Social science. It helps us to gain knowledge of the society we live in. Generally, it focuses on the relationship among individuals in society. It is the mixture of many subjects like history, geography, political science, economics, psychology, and many more. Thus, it helps people understand how to interact with the social world, how to influence policies, develop networks, increase government accountability, and promote democracy. It awares the student about our surroundings and the incidents happened in the past. It has significance to develop an international viewpoint. It is also important for the moral progress of society. It helps to form the man character social. Study of social science makes us an efficient citizen of a democracy, and it also helps us to solve the practical problems in our daily lives.
MUN presentation, Mannotal Public School. What is MUN? MUN, Model United Nations, is a simulation of real-life United Nations. You take a delegate of a country or an international organization. The aim is to find solution to problems given as a topic before the conference. More information. You will get chances to draft resolutions and find a lasting solution to the problems. Mark, the aim of the United Nations is to prevent the conflicts and to promote international cooperation between the countries. Modern United Nations is a forum for countries to express their views and help each other and make decisions together. The work is divided in between the organs like General Assembly, Economic and Social Council and Security Council. Benefits of MUN is you will get a chance to be a part of all these organs and resolution at the heart of MUN. Some examples of MUNs are the Hague International MUN, the Harvard MUN and many more units. Soft skills which are included in MUNs, research, communication and critical thinking. So, thank you for watching this presentation till the end.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nehera Dora. I am from class first Iris. Today I am going to discuss about peace and harmony in the world. Peace is the only battle worth waging. Peace and harmony means living together without violence. Hello everybody, my name is Avika from class 2nd IB. Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love. Light a candle that shine all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you. That our wish for world peace one day comes true. Sing peace around the world. Sing peace around the world. Thank you. Have a nice day. Good morning, everyone. I am giving a speech on World Health Organization. The World Health Organization is a specialized agency of United Nations responsible for international public health.
Hello everyone, my name is Ashita Chauhan and I am from class 8 Cypress of North Delhi Public School. Today, I will speak a few lines on the topic UNDP. The United Nations Development Programme UNDP is a United Nations organization tasked with helping countries eliminate poverty and achieve sustainable economic growth and human development. Headquartered in New York City, it is the largest UN development aid agency with offices in 170 countries. Thank you. Have a nice day.
So hey guys, today I'm going to talk about UNDP. The United Nations Development Programme is a united organization tasked with helping countries eliminate poverty and achieve sustainable economic growth and human development. So, it's a question. Well, you might wonder what kind of cult creature is the sustainable development. Sustainable development is a way for people to use without resources running out. It means doing development without damaging or affecting the environment, which means we need to be ensure that we are in the race of development and are not confirming the extinction of the human race.
My goodness, you might be thinking what I'm doing here even with dinosaurs. Well, they are back to teach us humans a lesson. Watch for yourself.
Listen up, people. I know a thing or two about extinction. And let me tell you, going extinct is a bad thing. And driving yourselves extinct? In 70 million years, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. At least we had an asteroid. What's your excuse? You're headed for a climate disaster, and yet every year governments spend hundreds of billions of public funds on fossil fuel subsidies. Imagine if we had spent hundreds of billions per year subsidizing giant meteors. That's what you're doing right now. Let me be real for a second. You've got a huge opportunity right now. As you rebuild your economies and bounce back from this pandemic, this is humanity's big chance. So here's my wild idea. Don't choose extinction. Save your species before it's too late. It's time for you humans to stop making excuses and start making changes. Thank you.
So you see, now it's your turn whether you want to become a smart human or a foolish one.
Good morning everyone. I am Pushka Kapoor from class 10 Montney. Today, me and my friends would like to introduce you to the topic UN and its organs. As everyone knows, UN is an international peacemaking body and it has 5 organs that are the General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, the Secretariat, the International Council of Justice, about which my friends Vedant, Mishika, Yatharth, Rishika and Harshita will explain you in detail. Thank you.
Good morning. Today, me Vedant Kashyap of class 9th Ephedra of North Delhi Public School is going to tell you about the UN General Assembly. What is UN General Assembly? The United Nations General Assembly is one of the 6 principal organs of the United Nations, serving as the main deliberative, polygamenetic king and representative organ of UN. It was formed in 1945 after World War II. After so much destruction, it has 193 permanent members. Its current president is Abdullah Sahid. It debates on pressing issues that affects a life of millions of people. So it talks on many issues such as human rights, security, development and many more. It also held debates on the conflict between the two nations. It appoints the UN Secretary General and elect the non-permanent members of the Security Council. It is the decision-making organ of the UN where the key decisions are made. Till now, from 1945, it has signed more than 500 treaties in the assembly. Every country has a right to vote. They have to pay a small amount to get their voting rights. It needs more than 2/3 of the vote to pass any act in the UN. It has signed Declaration of Universal Rights in 1948. 2015 Sustainable Development Goals were approved by Assembly as a part to eradicate poverty and address the climate change till 2030. It has signed the treaties for prohibition of nuclear weapons, UN reformations, climate change, women empowerment, gender equality till 2030, and many more things. It has a number of hospitals in Central African Republic, South Sudan, Yemen, and many war-torn countries. It has also focused on the development of the technology in the many countries. It has it has solved a number of issues from 1945. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. I am Mishika from class 9th Fedra. Today I am going to speak about the Security Council of the United Nations. United Nations Security Council or UNSC is established in 1945, is one of the 5 principal organs of the United Nations charged with the maintenance of international peace and security as well as accepting new members to the United Nations and approving any changes in the UN Charter. Its power includes the establishment of peacekeeping operations, the establishment of international sanctions, and the authorization of military actions through the Security Council resolutions. It is the only UN body with the authority to issue binding resolutions with member states. The 5 permanent members include China, the Russian Federation, the United Kingdom, and the United States. It also includes some 10 non-permanent bodies that are Estonia, India, Ireland, Kenya, Mexico, Niger, Norway, St. Vincent, Tunisia, and Vietnam. The non-permanent members are elected for 2 years by the United Nations General Assembly. 5 members of the UNSC are replaced every year. The first session of the UN Council was held in London on 17 Jan 1947. The 5 members were given the veto power. Thank you.
Morning everyone. I Athar Sharma of class 9th is going to tell something about the Economic and Social Council of UN. The United Nations Economic and Social Council is one of the 6 principal organs of the UN. It was formed on 26 June 1945. The headquarters is in New York City, US. It serves as the central forum for discussing international economic and social issues and formulating policy recommendations addressed to member of states and the United Nations system. The members of state elected by the General Assembly for overlapping 3-year term and the 54 seats based on geographical representation. The agencies which gives the report to the council are Food and Agriculture Organization FAQ, International Labour Organization ILO, International Mortality Fund IMF, and United States Educational, Scientific, Cultural Organization, and the last World Health Organization, and so on. In a report issued in early July 2011, the UN called for spending nearly $2 trillion on green technologies to prevent what it termed a major planetary catastrophe, warning that it's a rapidly expanding energy use. Thank you. Have a good day.
Good morning. I am Rishika Arora from class 9th Ephedra. The Secretariat carries out the substantive and administrative work of the United Nations as directed by the General Assembly, the Security Council, and other organs. At its head, it is the Secretary General who provides overall administrative guidance. The main function of the Secretariat are to gather and prepare background information on various issues so that government delegates can study the facts and make recommendations. to carry out the decisions made by the different organs of the United Nations to organize international conferences, to translate speeches and distribute documents to UN's official languages, to keep the public informed about the work of United Nations. As of 30 June 2012, the Secretariat had some 43,000 staff members around the world as international civil servants, staff members, and Secretary General answer to the United Nations alone for their activities and take an oath not to seek or receive instructions from any government or outside authority. Under the character, each member state undertakes to respect the exclusively international character of the responsibilities of the Secretary General and staff and to refrain from seeking to influence them properly in discharge of their duties. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I Harshita Gola of class 10th is going to tell something about you on International Court of Justice. International Court of Justice ICJ is the principal united judicial organ of the United Nations UN. The seat of the court is at the Peace Palace in The Hague, Netherlands. The court is composed of 15 judges who are elected for terms of office of 9 years by the UN's General Assembly and Security Council. How the court works? The, it, they entertain two types of cases: legal disputes between states submitted to it by them, contentious case, or second, request for advisory opinions on legal questions referred to it by United Nations organ. Advisory proceeding. First case, contentious case. Only state member of the United Nations and the other states which have become parties to the statute of court or which have accepted its jurisdiction under certain conditions may be parties to contentious case. The court is competent to entertain a dispute only if the state concerned have accepted its jurisdiction. Second, advisory proceeding. Advisory proceedings before the court are open solely to 5 organs of the United Nations and to 16 specialized agencies of the United Nations family. The UN's General Assembly and Security Council may request advisory opinions on any legal questions. Thank you.
Very good morning to all. I'm Amit. So today we are here to discuss about League of Nations. So before we start, I would like to give basic intro of League of Nations. The League of Nations was an international organization headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, created after First World War to provide forum for resolving international disputes. So we have 4 pairs of country here. One pair is Britain representing GU, and other country is France representing Sunaina. And next pair is USA representing Piyush, and other countries Canada representing Yashika. So I request all members to keep your points according to your views.
The main aims of the organization including disarmament, preventing war through collective security, setting disputes between countries through negotiation and diplomacy, and improving global welfare.
Wait, Rizumi, let me tell you something. The League of Nations has several wars, but 2 main wars starting from 28 July from 1914 to 11 November from 1918, and second war starting from 1 September 1939 to 2 September 1945 are responsible for both World War I and World War II.
Let me tell you one thing. After giving again and again verbal warnings by League of Nations, but no country has listened to it. That's why the war took place.
Excuse me, Miss Sunana. During the Great World War, international relations are tensed and the world began to feel increasing different. Therefore, the failure of the League of Nations was the primary cause of World War II because it led to be a series of the events that triggered Germany against ultimately causing the World War II. Thank you.
So, so thank you all for providing such a informative debate.
Hello everyone, myself Nithi from class 12. Today I'm going to tell you about the United Nations. United Nations is an intergovernmental organization which aims to promote peace and security in the world. It was established in 1945 in New York City of USA. It was initially signed by 51 member states. It is the successor of League of Nations. Now what is League of Nations? It was also the intergovernmental organization and aim peace and security. But the failure of League of Nations leads to the establishment of the United Nations. It was established after the World War II in 1945. The United Nations has 6 bodies: General Council, Security Council, Trusteeship Council, International Court of Justice, Economic and Social Council, and Trusteeship. Presently, there are 193 members in the United Nations. New member state is recommended by Security Council of UN in General Assembly. There are so many stories of success of the United Nations. It works with 140 countries on climate change, providing food to 90 million people, 34 million people to help in refugees, and etc. There is famous line given by Dag Hammarskjöld, the General Secretary of the UN, that United Nations is not taken you to the heaven, but it can escape you from the hell.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chavi Arya, and I'll be sharing some information on UN. UN, United Nations. It is an international organization established on 24th of October 1945 to promote international cooperation. During the Second World War, the need for an agency that could act as a successor to the League of Nations was felt, and so the United Nations Charter was drafted at a conference in April June 1945. This charter came into effect on 24th of October 1945 and the UN began its operation. In addition to maintaining peace and security, the UN MBED includes other important objectives like developing friendly relations among countries based on respect for the principles of equal rights and self determination of people, achieving worldwide cooperation to solve economic, social, cultural, and humanitarian problems, respecting and promoting human rights, and serving as a center where countries can coordinate their actions and activities towards these various ends. Thank you.